guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this monochromatic makeup look using the new, well, I'm using a few new products and a couple new products that have been out for like a little while but are new to me. But the star of the show is definitely the Huda Beauty new Nude palette. This is so beautiful. I literally got it like an hour before I started filming, and I was planning on using the Kylie Burgundy extended palette, but I took a poll on Instagram, my Instagram story, and you guys said you wanted to see this, so that's what I used. It's supposed to be mauve. I feel like it got a little bit of rosy. Still counts as mauve to me, in my personal opinion. But I realize I've never done a monochromatic makeup look on my channel before, and at least I don't think so. Anyway, there's some of my favorite videos to watch other people do. So, as always, you guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and to leave a comment down below. Did I say give this video a thumbs up? I can't remember. Yeah, I did. That was the first thing I said, right? And as always, if you have any wait, did I already say that? If you have suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments down below. I think I said leave a comment down below. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's it. Let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna do a mauvey look today, just because they've got some really nice mauvey shades in this palette. So I think I'm gonna start off with this shade right here in my crease to start building it up. This is called Secret, and I'm gonna be using my Morphe R39. I've been using this like crazy. It's basically a MAC 217. I think it's like maybe a tiny bit bigger. Oh, I primed my lids with my E.L.F. primer, and then I put like a tiny bit of translucent powder, like just on the crease and up. This is blending really well. I mean, I used like I used my E.L.F. primer and I set with a translucent powder, which really helps blending, but sometimes pigment doesn't show up when I do that. Sometimes the translucent powder just like, I don't know, it makes it a little bit too silky to actually like put down color, but this is showing up and blending really nicely. All right, I think I'm gonna mix Secret with Play. This like light pink shade. I'm just like using a tiny amount, but I wanna buff it all the way up to my brow bone. I realized I've never done a monochromatic makeup look on my channel before. When I got this palette, I mean, I originally wanted to do it with the Kylie Burgundy palette, but I got this, like I literally just got this like an hour ago or so. And I took a poll on Instagram and everybody wanted to see this, so here we are. I want this to be mauve. It's kind of turning pink, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna pick up Tease, slightly cooler, a little bit darker. I'm gonna use that same brush. That is a beautiful crease. So I always start these videos with my base already done so that it doesn't end up being like 45 minutes long. But if you guys want to see like a flawless base routine, like this is pretty full coverage, let me know in the comments down below, because it's been a while since I've done like, actually maybe it hasn't. I feel like it's been a while since I've done like a full face, or like I don't think I've ever done. Yeah, I probably don't have done full coverage. Does this look weird? Look at how well this is blending. I kind of want to keep this eye light just because as far as like mauvey shades, they don't really have any dark ones. I kind of feel like this is, you know, deep enough. I'm gonna build that color up a little bit more and just kind of like wing it out, because I don't really want to make it much darker. Like something really pretty. My friend is having a baby shower. It's in my hometown on the East Coast, so I won't be going because I'm gonna be there in like a little while for Christmas. But like if I was going, I would totally wear this because she's having a girl. I feel like it would be perfect. Oh, also thank you for all of the birthday wishes. I didn't like talk about it on YouTube, but I got so many birthday wishes from you guys on Instagram. So this is turning into a get ready with me. maybe it'll just be a get ready with me, because I feel like I haven't filmed in a while and I'm feeling chatty. I hate it when one side is winging out so much more easily than the other side. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab Raw, this guy right here, which is like, oh, maybe like a hair darker, maybe like one shade darker and a little bit more on the red side rather than purple. I'm gonna focus this like right in here, and that's about it. Like nothing crazy. Never fails. I'm actually gonna pick that up on my M507 brush instead so I can get like a little bit more detail. And I'm just gonna deepen up right here. See how we're kind of creating this like wing? So I wanna leave the lid totally open because these like glittery shades are amazing. Amazing. How was everybody's Halloween? I hope it was good. Mine was pretty low key. It's funny, we like spend so much time doing these like crazy Halloween looks, and like when I actually like do something for Halloween, it's never like elaborate. Is that even? I can't tell. I feel like this Which side is more like blown out? Blend, 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 blend. I don't know if you guys feel this way. Jaclyn Hill was one of the first YouTubers that I ever subscribed to. What made me subscribe to her was her holiday videos. Like her holiday decorations and like candles, and it just like makes me think of Christmas, you know? I'm getting really excited for her like holiday looks. For my lid, now I'm really worried about fallout. I'm a little conflicted because I love this shade, but it's like a pressed glitter and I just don't know. I might use a tiny bit of it, but look at that. Like the finish of these is just like so beautiful. What is that called? It's called Fantasy. I love that they have like the different pigments, I guess you would call that. It's so pretty. But anyway, so I'm gonna pick up Fantasy, which is kind of a duochrome. It's got like a little bit of, it's got that mauve and then it's got like slight gold in it too. Charmed is similar, slightly more cool toned, and then Daydream, it's pretty light. I'm gonna use Charmed and I'm gonna use Daydream. And I'm gonna apply this with my finger to start. Pretty gorgeous. I'm gonna leave the inside open because I think I'm gonna put Daydream there. The payoff is like insane. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I've been so into like this kind of color lately. I feel like was it a Kylie video? The Kylie Jordan maybe? I can't remember. It's got like almost a dirty kind of like gold or green reflect in it. It applies really beautifully. It's got a lot of oil in it, so you have like a lot of payoff and all you have to do is kind of like press it. But yeah. Fallout's a problem. Luckily, I've got matte skin going. All right, and then I'm gonna pick up Daydream. I'm gonna focus this on the inner part and just kind of blend it into that shade. It applies decent with a brush. I feel like you don't get as much payoff right away, or like as much of a foiled effect maybe. I feel like my eyebrows are looking pretty fuego today. I'm feeling like this is a little bit rose. So I think for the lower lash line, rather than going in with what I used originally, I'm gonna go in with Lace, which is a little bit more, it's got like a little bit more of the purpley undertone, but I think it's gonna kind of like make the overall look a little bit more mauve. So I'm gonna start by like patting it underneath my eye bag. And I'm just gonna bring it in halfway. I apologize for all of this fucking background noise. There's like dudes in the alley back there. They're just always messing around. Ziva, my cat, for anyone who doesn't know. She's a cutie, but she is not, she's not nice. We had a guy come in to fix the faucet in our sink and I was holding her and he was like, kitty, kitty. Like he was trying to talk to her, but he seemed a little timid about like touching her. I was holding her and she seemed chill, you know, like she's not the nicest, but she seemed chill. And so I was like, you can pet her if you want. And like I'm holding her, I thought everything would be fine. So he's like petting her for 2 seconds and then all of a sudden she just freaks out, like basically screamed in his face, like did that like automatic, like it looks like they're automated, like a little, I don't know, evil animal or something. She just warned him, like slapped at him basically. I don't think she hurt him. He kind of like laughed and then like went back in the bathroom to like fix the sink. You can be kind of a bitch, huh? I'm gonna grab Tease. Was that Tease? And deepen up the outer corner and make sure to connect up. We're gonna keep this pretty light. I need to do something about my hair. All right, for the lower lash line, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Love Bait just to kind of like try and cut a little bit more of this mauve. I'm sorry, the rose effect that we're getting. Just right there. I always get comments, rude. I always get comments from people saying that my lower lash line like scares the hell out of them, but then once I like put mascara on and like finish the whole look, that it looks good. I know I have like really big like under eye bags. So it looks a little bit intense, but like you don't have to smoke it out as much as I do. All right, so for the lower lash, like the inner part of the lower lash line, I'm thinking about just keeping it light. So I think I'm gonna go in with Daydream. I'm impressed with how these shadows pick up on a brush. Focus it like right here and then kind of like blend it, just tapping. Kind of creates like a glow and it ties in the upper shadows. You don't even need to like wet these shadows with Fix Plus or anything like that. All right, let's move on to the rest of the face before we finish up the eyes. But just so everybody knows, I really enjoy this palette. I love that she has a few different formulas. I can't remember what they're all like called. I don't have the card, but I just want to show you like, here's Excite, which is one of the pressed glitters, which can be, it's amazing, but it's like, it can be a little dangerous, you know? But like the color itself is so gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch it for you. It can be a little bit, because it's a pressed glitter, so you have to be really, really careful. You're gonna get fallout probably. Here's Fantasy. Did I show you this? This is one of those like pebbled or marbled shadows. Really pretty. It's just like so intense. And then here's a color I didn't use. This is Tickle. Did I use Tickle? So they swatch really beautifully. The colors are just like so pretty. And I love that she's calling it a new nude, you know? Because they've got like a bunch like mauves, they've got rose, they've got like a peach, they've got like a more yellowy shade, this cream, and then they have like cool and warm-ish tones, all the different formulas. It's really pretty. They kill it, honestly, and all their packaging is just like stunning. It's not easy to get off though. All right, so I already did my bronzer and contour and all that stuff, but for blush, I'm gonna be using the Marc Jacobs Air Blush. This is in the shade Flesh and Fantasy. So it's definitely more of a, like a nude mauve. It's maybe a little bit warmer than a mauve, but this is the closest thing that I had, so that's what we're gonna use. And I'm going to be applying that with my Morphe E4 brush. I'm just gonna mix the two colors together. That's pretty. All my blushes are very peachy, so I'm really used to this. All right, before I go in with my highlight, which I'm so excited to use, I'm going to set my face with the All Nighter setting spray. All right, and for my highlight, I'm trying something new, which I'm really excited about. Oh, I was gonna try a new concealer, but I forgot. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna be trying the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter. This is in the shade, this is the duochrome highlighter, I'm sorry, and this is in the shade Fair. So it's got kind of like a nude, but like slightly pink hue to it. So I thought that it would look flattering with this color scheme. And I'm gonna be doing the typical, I'm gonna be hitting all of the high points, brow bone, inner corner, cheeks, all that stuff. Yes. Perfect. God, that's pretty. That has like a beautiful wet effect, you know? Like glistening. Damn, my cheekbones are popping. Little Tarte Brow Gel. I've been sculpting my brows a little more recently and I'm pretty into it. If you guys want to see an updated brow tutorial, also let me know. Can't tell if they're too thick or not. All right, let's finish off the eyes before we do the lips. I'm super excited about the lips. So I'm gonna go in with a few coats of the Hourglass Caution Mascara. Okay, the mascara, the bottom lash mascara on my left eye got a little sloppy. All right, for lashes, I'm super excited about this. I'm using these new ones from Blinking, I believe it's Beauté. Blinking Beauté? Beauté? I have no idea. This is cute. This is their Ultra Lash Featherweight 3D lashes. This is in the style Luxe Innovative Lashes, Bright Idea. Maybe one of those is the name, I don't know. But this is what they look like. I don't know how well you can see it, but they're really pretty. So Bright Idea, I believe, is the name of them. You want to remember that when you're trimming lashes that you trim the outside. The inner part is supposed to be much shorter. So if you end up trimming the inner part, then it's just going to end up making the lashes on the inner part of your eye much longer, and then it can like poke you in the eye or like poke you up here, and it's very uncomfortable. Oh my god, please stop. All right, I'm gonna fix my hair. I'll be right back. Okay, so for my lips, it wouldn't be a mauve makeup tutorial if I didn't use a mauve story from the Katy Desi Dose of Colors 2 collection. I feel like this eye look kind of got a little bit rosy. It's kind of like a rose. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna start off by lining my lips with, I'm gonna use MAC Stripdown just to like overline and line my lips. Now I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of shading with Hex. This is from Melt Cosmetics. It's like a little bit more of, I don't know, like a dark kind of cool toned mauve. And I'm gonna focus this on the outer part of the mouth to kind of like create a little bit of contouring, a little bit of pout. So this is how I've been contouring my lips recently, and it just makes them look a little bit more fabulous. So now I'm gonna go in with a mauve story, and I'm gonna focus this like right in the center, just kind of like filling in those gaps, but I don't wanna go over the like contour. And I'm just gonna pat it. And then just for like a teeny bit more pout, I'm gonna go in with, oh, do I wanna use this? I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. This is Nude Kate, one of my favorite nude lipsticks. Just focusing that like right in the center. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanna see me do more monochromatic makeup tutorials, I guess, like I could do a bunch of them. I kind of wanted to do red or burgundy. I feel like that would be really intense, especially for the holidays. So let me know if you guys wanna see that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.